Okay, right. Just to explain the post title, there's actually not an emergency. I was just playing off the ridiculous emergency meeting thing people were like screaming about for the past 4 days about the emergency Fed meeting that didn't exist. Anyway, so let's get into the stuff after this super, super green day. Here is the ES basically for today, and I'm including Sunday. And as you can see, it was pretty much, there was a brief while where everybody's getting very excited because it was starting to like get red real fast, but there was over a 100-point reversal based on absolutely nothing. That ripped higher, and all the bulls were cheering and screaming, and the bear market's over was once again on everyone's lips. And this is just like last Wednesday, where you get this one monster green day and everyone flips, and instantly everyone's gaga about just how high the market's going to go, and it's just another blip. We'll see if this is yet another one. But the thing is that if you go from a 1-minute bar to like a weekly, I mean, there's nothing bullish about this chart. This is just yet another series in this slog downward we've seen. And the only thing I ever want to watch out for is to worry about one of these ridiculous instances where we had to sort of grit our teeth through 2 solid months. I mean, I can deal with 1 day, but 2 months, that was just a nightmare. But the weekly is still a beautiful top. And even if we only get down to this Fibonacci level, we haven't done so yet, because we're presently at about 3,700, and that fib is down at 3,491. So yeah, we could still get some downside here. And on the daily chart, you can see that we sold off really hard last week. Particularly, we had sort of this final sweeping fall on Friday, which looked poised to just crash if it wanted to on Monday, but nothing doing. We had this bullish engulfing pattern, and to my eyes, the key level to watch is this 3,800 level, which is the next major Fibonacci level down, and so that represents very strong, I would think, resistance to any more upside. Over in NQ land, we actually got below this level. That was the mid-June low. So last week we pierced that, and in the throes of Sunday night's trading, we got well below it. But of course, that did not last. It reversed like so. But again, if we go, this is a daily. If we dial back to a weekly, you can see here this is quite clearly an extended, meaningful bear market, which I really don't think is complete at this point. And this line here, as with the ES, was simply anchored to the low from mid-June. But yeah, that teased us a bit here. It got below that and then started pushing off higher. But this is just a mountain of overhead supply. And so that's why I keep thinking that what we experienced today here really didn't feel much different than the Bank of England surrender back here, which, literally by the next morning was completely moot. It was just completely wiped off the face of the earth. I never count on such a thing, and I don't like these kinds of days. I did not put my hands on my hips and do nothing. I got rid of my XLP puts, which just broke my heart because I think it's going to turn out terrific ultimately. But I got rid of that, and I trimmed back on some positions. So I went from basically 0% cash to 20. So it's not like I basically find the stuff that's least wonderful and get out of that. For a change, gold actually managed to go up like so. It's actually been trying to recover, but again, it seems to me, whether you're talking about crypto or gold or bonds or equities, it's all the same. I mean, the correlation is pretty much 1.0 across the board. So this pop is all well and good. It's very nice, but it doesn't really change this thing like so. Anything else This is going to be a very short video because I don't have much to say because so little has changed. But yeah, I think I'll wrap it up at this point. So closing positions are 27 long put positions expiring no earlier than January 2023, some actually into 2024. One and only one ETF position. As I said, I got rid of XLP. I'm going to tilt at the EWZ windmill again. So based on today's huge crude oil run up, which, you know what, I might as well look at that too because it was such a big day for oil. I did go ahead and get long EWZ puts. But my view here on oil is that in spite of the fact it had a monster big day, in the context of this, it's another blip. And this is a huge chopping pattern right here. So I think this whole OPEC thing is a press release, and even OPEC will not be able to overcome the sweeping push lower that I think oil is going to continue to pound home month after month. Okay, now we're at the end. See you later.